Hello, everyone. Come on in. It is tea time. Happy Monday, everybody. It is your girl, Liz, here on Tea Time with Liz. It is our season final finale here. We are closing up for the year, and I am super excited to have some fun tonight with you all. Let me know where you are tuning in from. Hey, girl, hey. So excited to do this finally. We've been talking about it all season. Well, mostly I have. And we finally are going to find the time tonight. Why you see me with no makeup on tonight, we are going to do a mini makeup tutorial and have some fun and play some Christmas games and so forth. And there may be some prizes given out tonight depending on the participation. Like I said, I'm excited. I'm excited about tonight. So go ahead, tag a friend, let them know we are live and in action. So before we go, I definitely want to share a couple announcements that I have as I'm going out taking a break. We will be back with the fourth season of Tea Time with Liz on February of 2023, if the Lord allows us to see that. So I'm excited. So stay tuned. Next year's theme is going to be about telling your story. So therefore, if you would like to be a future guest or know somebody who would be amazing future guests to Tea Time with Liz, hit me up at our email that Tea Time with Liz 08 at gmail.com, and make sure you put in the subject line that you are going to be or you are interested in being a future guest, or put future guests. So definitely make sure you take that email, because also I am looking for some hands to participate here with Tea Time with Liz so that we can start expanding, having some live pop-ups in person, and just having a little bit more interaction besides just the virtual connection. So if you would like to join the Tea Time with Liz team next year, please let me know by hitting me up here at my email. Once again, teatimewithliz08 at gmail.com. All right. Lastly, if you have not followed us here on Facebook on our Tea Time page, please do so. Also, like us on our Instagram as well. And I need you to get all your friends, and I hope you have already as well, to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I only have like 32 subscribers, and I know there's been plenty more people viewing than that. So definitely support your girl, support the vision. Tea Time with Liz. Go ahead and subscribe at the YouTube channel. All right. That is all I got, guys. So once again, I just want to say thank you all for hanging out with your girl this whole season. I hope you have enjoyed the journey of self-worth. If you missed last time's tea time this month, I shared my own personal journey, not really thinking it was going to be like that, but it definitely became that. So I shared my testimony, or my journey, my story about my self worth and what I've discovered and where I'm going. So you definitely don't want to miss that, or listen. Make sure you listen to that. Once again, you can also listen to all of the seasons. Tea time on our podcast channel as well. So definitely, if they can't tune in live or can't watch the video, you can definitely listen to some good old tea on all those platforms: Anchor, Apple, Google, whatever you got. All right. And I'm not going to shed any shade to those Android users. All right. Do what you got to do. All right. So, enough being said, let's get into it. Tonight, we are going to do a makeup look. You all let me know. I know we don't have a lot of viewers, but whoever is viewing, you guys can pick. We can do kind of a soft look, or we can kind of do a glam look. You let me know in the comments what you all would like to see us do. But I'll go through the products, I'll go through it all. But most of all, I want to make sure I give credit to whom credit is due. Your girl is not a makeup artist at all. Don't have a degree in it, don't have a certificate. It's just something that I love to do. And it definitely speaks to our self worth. Self worth also pertains to keeping your hygiene, taking care of yourself, and, just beautifying yourself now. You will catch me on throughout the week with no makeup. I don't mind doing the natural look by no means, but makeup does help enhance, and it's fun to do. Like I said, I love it, and I'm glad I get to share that with you. But my credit of learning all my tricks of the trade goes to a makeup artist I follow on social media by the name of Lisa. She has her own beauty line called Beauty Shop. And I will make sure I post that in our comments here tonight, so that you all can check out her products, and yes, also follow her on social media. She is amazing. She's very simple to follow. She also offers classes, virtual classes, for you to also have your own experience with her. So definitely check out her website and check out the classes. I believe she actually has a class, if it did not pass this weekend, for you to go ahead and participate in those classes. I've taken about three of them, and I learn something new every time. So, um, oh, hey, Athena. Hey, girl. Hey. She says, do a soft look that we can be worn away the day. Okay, let's do a soft look then. All right, since you are definitely the only one that commented, and thanks, Tamika, I appreciate it. And but like I said, I want to be very honest. I never knew how to put makeup on. Like I just, connected with different people. They helped me along the way. But after connecting with Lisa, like my makeup went to a whole nother level. Actually, Tamika, who is one of my good friends, she, I showed her a picture of my makeup prior to me taking Lisa's class and what it looks like now. And I mean, we both were cracking up. I said, "Who told me I looked good?" Like it was like a night and day situation. The Lord has truly been good to me and in these skills. So that's why tonight I want to share these skills because I think anybody can do it. Seriously, if I can do it, anybody can do it. Okay. And so you don't have to go out and just buy the most expensive stuff. You don't have to go out and buy, every little thing. Do what works for you. Even at tonight, as I go through my journey of how I put my makeup on, um, definitely just know the things that will work for you. Sometimes we have 10 minutes, sometimes we can take our time. It's just all on what you want to do, but it really doesn't have to be a whole lot. It doesn't have to be a burden. It can be fun, it can be relaxing, it can be amazing, if you just take your time, and it takes practice, but I promise you, once I started, yeah, it took me about 2 hours, hour and a half. Um, and that was me taking my time. But now your girl can get a good beat in about 45 minutes. So that's what we're going to do tonight. All right. And along the journey, like I said, we're going to play some trivia, some Christmas trivia. I got my little Christmas sweater on and just have some fun tonight. So, most of our Christmas trivia is going to be Christmas movies and somewhat like name that tune. You're going to have to name the tune off of the lyrics. So, if you answer the question, we'll see who answers first. We'll try to keep score. We're going to be honest tonight, okay? And whoever has the best score at the end, like I said, we will give out a prize. All right. So, let's get into this makeup. So, we're going to start with the eyebrows. Now, bear with your girl. She's just learning this part of the makeup trade. Um, I think I do pretty well. At first, I was not. I'm not going to lie to you, but I do pretty well. So, what you need to be successful in that is, this is a new thing I just started doing too. Let me say that is that you want a brow gel. Okay, so it kind of firms your brows to stay in the shape. And what this gel looks like, hopefully you can see that it has like a little brush to it, like a spiral brush. And you just want to brush your brows with the gel. So like I said, it kind of keeps that shape of your brows. Recommend go get your eyebrows done, get them shaped up to your likings, because that's definitely going to help you as you are putting on your brows, or light, or highlighting them is how I like to say it. um that you know, you have a shape to go off of. I kind of cleaned mine up a little bit here today. So and then I'm going to add another camera. Hopefully, let me know if there's an echo. Can you see that? There's two of me tonight. So this camera on this that I just put in will be a little bit easier for me to share my products and seeing those. So you can see that. Okay. All right. But like I said, just let me know if there's an echo. Um, then we'll take it down. All right. But I'm going to take it down while I put this on. All right. So we're going to start with our gel. As you can see, kind of just goes on like that. And let me know if you want me to get closer to the camera. I can definitely do so. I probably will once I start to draw these brows on. All right, so brushes, like I said, you don't have to go crazy, but you do need certain brushes to do certain things, okay? So if you like what I'm gonna do with my brows, go for it. Now, if you need simple, I recommend go get you a brow pencil that has a slant to it, because we're going to use a brush that looks like this. Let me bring my other camera up. All right, so it looks like this. It has like a little slant to it, small. And then on the other side, there's that spiral brush. Okay, so you want to have that, and then you want to have, and I didn't spend a lot on this. I got e.l.f., as you can see. This is my brow gel. All right. So you'll need those two things. Now, like I said, if you need simple, just go get you a brow pencil, or what do they have? Like, I think there's like gels or pencil. Yeah, there's gel pencils. There we go. That have like this shape of the brush. It's more easier to just draw those on and get it done. All right. We're going to be fancy though. Okay. So you're going to take your brush, as you can see. I'm going to dip it in my gel. You're going to use, I use the back of my hand. I'm going to put product on there. Okay. And we're going to push that product on both sides. So like that. All right. I have accents every once in a while. Okay, guys. So now you can see I have that gel on both sides. All right. So, as I was taught, your brows should start like right in here, and it should end right at the end of your eye right there. All right. So if you have to, mark it, go ahead and mark it. But I'm pretty good at where those lines are. But you want it to start like right in here, and then go to that slant, or that end of your eye is where you want to stop. All right. Now, you aren't just going to go all the way across like that. That's not what we're going to do. Okay. We're going to take our time in drawing that line. So let me get up close, because this is my mirror. And we're going to just gently go up that way. And then we will slanter that way. Okay. Now, you see it's not the best looking. It looks kind of witchy, but we're going to clean it up with our concealer later. So don't get so caught up in perfection, because you'll be able to clean it up later. All right. You just want to make sure you get the right line that you want. All right. So I think I'm pretty happy with that. So what I'm going to do is go up top. Once again, like I said, you want to make sure your brows are cleaned up the way, the shape you want, because you're going to kind of follow that. So we're going to start here. We're not going to start all the way over here at the top. and you'll see why in a second. So you kind of want to start in the middle area, and we're going to connect that line down here like so, like that. Okay? Everybody can kind of see that. Any questions? Put them in the comments. I'll try to address them as I go. Then you just kind of want to fill it in lightly, like so, just like that. All right. And then we're going to give that realistic look because I really don't have any brows there, right? So you're going to take okay, here's the brush. You're going to start with the bigger part, I guess you can say, and you're going to go up this way. So the brush looks like this. You're going to have it like this. We started with the line going this way, like that, but we're going to do our lines going up this way, okay? All right, so we're going to go up just like this from that line, all right? Just like that. All right. Okay, and then what we're going to do is then we're going to use our brush and we're just going to kind of go like this. Like I said, I'm not the best and this looks real crazy, but I promise you once I clean it up, it's not going to look that bad. All right. And I do one thing at a time. Now, if you're one of those people who can do two things at the same time, go for it. All right. But I'm going to do one side, then I'll go and do the other. All right. So, like I said, it looks a little crazy right now, but we're going to clean it up. All right. So let's go to the other side and do the same thing. Going to put that product on our hand, get it on both sides, and then draw our line. All right, just like that. And then let's go with our first question. Here we go. Starting the trivia, we're going to start with movies. I'm going to put the question on the screen. Okay, here we go. Does anybody know that answer? And there, just like that. All right. Then we're going to go here, bring it down there. And if you feel like you need more, you can grab more products. This stuff is pretty dark. So, yeah. If there's too much, always have a paper towel, napkin, whatever you want on the side. All right. And then we're going to draw those lines going up. All right. Anybody know the answer to that Christmas movie? It is one of my real sister's favorites. Yes, it is. It is Dudley. That was played by who was it? Oh my gosh, the main character. Well, he wasn't. Whitney Houston and Denzel Washington. There we go. That's who it was. All right. So, whoops. I am pretty. Like I said, it looks a little crazy right now, but we're going to clean it up as we go. So, if that's too much, like I said, this took me a minute, and I'm not going to say I'm a perfectionist, but I mean, they look pretty decent once I clean them up. Go for it. You know, it's all in what you want to do. Like I said, however, if you want simplicity in doing just a little bit of pop to your brow, then I just suggest you go get one of those pencils or gel pencils, and that has a slant to it, and you'll still get the same effect. All right. So now it is time to get these bad boys cleaned up. So you need a concealer brush. Mine looks like this. Here's another one. So these are two types of concealer brushes you could use. I'm going to use the slanted one tonight. My brushes came from the makeup artist that I follow on social media, Lisa. Like I said, she has a lot of her own beauty products. I definitely recommend her brushes. Another set of brushes I bought are from Morphe. Morphe brushes are amazing. So if you can find a good set on sale, definitely recommend that. So I'm using brush number 5 from the Beauty Shop. And once again, I always recommend just putting the product, as I've learned, on the back of your hand. So I wiped off the brow gel, and now we got a clean slate, and we will start to use our concealer. All right, so it's pretty full, as you can see, of concealer. The concealer color you want to use is a shade lighter to your foundation, no more than 2. Um, because the lighter, the brighter, or how do you want to say that? Like the halo kind of look you're going to get on your eyes. So you definitely want to try not to go too light, but you need light. All right. So let me tell you, I love, love, love Too Faced. That is the products I use when it comes to my concealer and foundation. I've tried NARS and this other foundation I don't even remember. NARS would be my second favorite. I do not like CoverGirl. I do not like Maybelline and all them other ones. Now, if that works for you, by all means, sis, bruh, do you, okay? Um, but you definitely need a concealer in a lighter shade on whatever product you choose to use, all right? Let me put that out there. All right, so now we're gonna go in, and I'm actually gonna grab a mirror because I do need to get closer to this. So you don't want to just like go in and just hit that line straight ahead. You want to kind of go underneath it and then go a little bit closer as we go along. So, and you'll see as I do this. So I'm going to try to do this. I'm, like I said, my brush is slanted, so I'm going to go in just on the side like this with the bigger end on top. Just kind of go along this way as such, like that. And then I will go in with my edge like so and clean it up that way. So it's a little bit smoother. Now, the cool thing about this is that we're also going to use this concealer as our base for our eyeshadow. So you're going to bring it all the way down on your lid, just like this. Okay. You see that? All right. Now I messed up a little bit on this, so I need to fix that. Like I said, I'm not perfect, but you know what? We getting there. All right. There we go. All right. So you can kind of see that looks a little bit better than it did before. So we're going to do the top. And we're going to start right here and just pull it down. Okay. And then go like this. All right. There we have it. We got one brow pretty much done. All right. Now, don't worry. We're going to We're going to fix this concealer situation as well. Okay. There's steps to it. All right. So bear with me. All right. But we got our concealer on one side. So let's do the other. I need to grab some more concealer and we'll do this. All right. Everybody ready for the next question? Let's do this. Oops. All right. There is our next movie question. Forgot to put some product on there. All right. So like I said, you don't want to get too close right away. Just get in there. Get you a good line. Bring it down. And then now you can start cleaning it up. Okay. No one knows the answer to this question. Oh, there we go. Whoville. There it is. This is one of my son's favorite movies. We definitely have watched it about 1,500 times. All right, so I pretty much done with the concealer part. All right. Everybody see that? You love Whoville's or Whoville? Yes. All right. So there we have it. Now, hopefully they look a little bit better than they did before. If you need to add more gel or liner or whatever, you can do so. But I think they look all right. We will leave our concealer brush over here just for the moment. All right, now we're going to kind of smooth this out, set it, so we can get ready to do our eyes. All right, that's the first thing we're working on. So you'll need a brush that it's called a concealer brush, but it kind of looks like this. You can see it pretty good in this camera. So this is kind of pretty big, fluffy. All right. What I like to use is a translucent powder. I have two of them. One is, once again, e.l.f. It's a HD powder. It's pretty white, nothing too fancy. And then, sorry about that, I got a phone call. And then, okay, like I said, you don't have to spend a whole lot of money on stuff, y'all. And don't sleep. But I went to Dollar General and I got this setting powder because when I started, trying to do makeup, trying to follow Lisa's techniques, I was like, I don't want to spend a whole lot of money on something I don't know how to do yet. So, but these products actually work. So it's called Believe Beauty. I don't know if anybody's ever tried it out there, but don't sleep on them, okay? They are actually really good. And that's the one I'm going to use tonight. It looks like this. Ooh, can you see it a little bit? Yes, there you go. All right, so it looks like that. That's what we're going to use to set our eyes so we can get ready to do our eyeshadow. So you're just going to I put it in a little top of my thing, tap it, okay? And then we're just going to brush that on like that and smooth that out. See how that smooths out? Look at that. And you know what? To be honest, I think the reason why I really do like doing makeup is this is the time where I like hype myself up the most. Like So bear with me, y'all, tonight. I might be like, okay, yes, girl, get it. This is where I give myself my affirmations for the day, you know. Um, it's my one-on-one time with me. So definitely hype yourself up, you know, as you're doing something. If you like it, you start seeing some results, you're like, yes, let's do this. So I have quickly put that on, but you can kind of see, I mean, obviously you still see the concealer, but that will be covered up once we get to the face part. But this is going to be our base for our eyeshadow. So you kind of see that it kind of has that smooth look to it. All right. All right. So let's get into it. We're going to get into these eyes. All right. So this is the important thing when we get into our eyes, are once again the brushes and the techniques. You want to invest in some brushes. Now, like I said, you don't have to spend a whole lot, but you do want to spend a little something, okay? I've used e.l.f. brushes. They're a hit and miss, all right? I don't really recommend them. Like I said, I recommend the Morphe brushes, or once again, I put um, the makeup artist that I follow, her beauty shop brushes are amazing. So those are the ones I'm using tonight, is from her. Um, and the first brush I'm going to use, it's number 2. It looks like this. It's almost looks like our concealer brush right here. It's really big and fluffy. Now, we're going to do a soft look for like every day. Um, we're going to kind of go with like the brown neutral kind of everyday look too. So you kind of just have to see kind of what works all together. Um, Now your girl's done invested in a couple palettes. So I will show you some of those. Once again, Lisa is um, uh, got a palette. It's called California Love. This is literally my favorite palette. And you may see there's a couple indents because I use it a lot. So look at those beautiful colors here. I could put it up here. There we go. Look at all that. This is definitely my summer go-to palette for sure, but I still use it now. This one I just bought from on Black Friday from Morphe. It's palette C35 or 35C, excuse me, for the everyday chick. Now this is a great palette for this soft look because there's a lot of like neutral colors. However, I'm not going to use this palette tonight. Well, maybe I'll let you know, but that's a good palette. The other good palettes are these Jaclyn Hills. We're definitely going to be using this one. It is got a lot of the natural colors to it. It's one of my favorites as well. And this one, you can definitely see I utilize this one pretty good. And I definitely recommend, like I said, if you're just getting into makeup, get some of these smaller ones. Some of these bigger ones may be overwhelming. So, you know, work with the smaller ones because you can kind of, like I said, color coordinate with your looks. That way they kind of help you with that. So I'm going to start with my California palette. And I'm going to start with this. Let's see. Let's use this camera up here. This yellow color right here. You see that? Because we're gonna use browns. So brown kind of got reds in it, oranges, and then yellows. And we kind of want to give that ombre, that soft look. So we want to start lighter and then work our way dark. Okay. So like I said, it kind of has like that mustard yellow color to it. And we're just gonna hit the top of my lid like that. Now, understand everybody's eye shapes are different. I have what they call hooded eyes, but I feel like I'm not saying I'm cursed, I'm just unique. But I have not only hooded eyes, but like slanted hooded eyes. Okay. So, the way people put their eyeshadow on may not always work for your sight or your shape of eye. So, what I know this is a lot, sis, but I recommend going to Pinterest and find out what type of eyes shape you have. Type in yeah, eye shapes, and it will show you like hooded, almond, whatever. And from that, it will also show you the techniques you should use for those types of eyes, or you can even YouTube it that way, like eyeshadow tutorials for hooded eyes. I did that when I was trying to learn the cut crease. How do you do cut crease for the hooded eyes? Because you don't cut it like right here. You got to go further and make it illusion. So it's a whole thing. Like if you really want to get serious about it, it's a whole thing. But I do definitely recommend try to figure out what your shape is. All right. But we're working with hooded eyes tonight. So if you got hooded eyes, this is for you. All right. So we're working with this chunk of the space right here with that color. All right. And we're just working it back and forth just like that. You see that? See how nice and soft that's coming out? There we go. All right. Now when it comes to doing my eyeshadow, what I do on this side, I am gonna go ahead and do on that side, like copycat. So we're gonna do it this way, like that. This is the technique you want to use, starting off with that, like I said, that base color. Now, your base color can be, it could be this, like a yellow, or a really tiny light brown. I recommend to kind of use, like I said, going into those neutral browns type of colors. All right. So there we have it. All right. Now, can you all see that? Didn't take long, but we got our base. Now put that brush to the side. You're gonna need it later. All right. Now the next brush I'm going to use. Yeah, I think I'm gonna use this one. Um, Sorry y'all, I had did my makeup earlier, but so you still kind of want a fluffier brush, but this kind of has like a slant to it. If you can kind of see that. See that? So we want to use that because the next technique we're going to kind of do similar. We're going to go back and forth, but then we're going to circular work that next color in. All right. So, like I said, we're going to do a soft look, but I'm going to add a little orange to it. Okay, guys? All right, we're going to do that. All right, we're going to go back into this palette of mine. And we're going to use this orangey color right here. I know that looks bright, but I promise you it's not going to look like that. All right, so we're going to take that on our brush and we're going to windshield wipe like this. You see that? All right, you don't want to do anything else, just windshield wipe like that. All right. Then we're going to go back into it again, do the same thing on this side. Just windshield wipe. Now, once again, you don't want to be in the crease area, but you want to leave a little gap, like right above the crease, if you can see that. All right, just look right above it. There we go. All right, so just windshield wipe it across like that. All right, I'm gonna just add a little bit more on this side. All right, so now that we've added our color to it, this is where the blending begins. So we're going to go in circular motions back and forth, just like in the windshield wipe. We were going back and forth this way, but we're going to do it in circular motion, as you can see, so it kind of blends out. See how? Look at that. Look at that. See how nice it blends? Yes. I'm telling you, anybody can do this. If I surely can, anybody can do this, okay? So, and the reason why, like I said, you want to keep that other brush next to you. You can add more product to it if you feel, but I feel like I had enough on there, and you can still kind of add a little bit more to the top, all right? Just like that. Oh, you're good. You're good. It takes time and experimenting, honestly. So, all right, I think we're ready for another question. Let's put that one out there. See if y'all know that. It really does take time. And honestly, it's all in the technique. Like I said, you don't have to spend a whole lot of money on products. But I do know when it comes to foundation and concealer, you kind of want to think about it. It does go a long way, and you can definitely see the difference. But when it comes to shadows, you don't have to do all that extra. Just get you a good palette, but use and work that technique. So, all right, we got our orange in. Let's go in with, we're going to use another kind of fluffier brush. It kind of looks like that. If you do buy the Beauty Shop, once again, it's number 3. I'm going to go in this palette of mine. See that? And we're going to use this color. Nope, this way. Sorry, guys. Okay, there we go. We're going to use this color called Agent. You see how it kind of is like orangey looking. You kind of have, like I said, we want to work our way to the dark. So this would be that color that will get us close to brown, but also connect with that orange. So we're going to dip into that like such. And we're going to hit like right in that crease a little bit. Can you kind of see that? Just do that windshield wipe first, and then, like I said, we'll go in and blend, all right? Windshield wipe, and then now we'll blend. See that? Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Once again, you can always go back in with your other brushes. You see any loose ends, rough edges. If you wanted more of that orange to pop, there you can do it that way. See? Everybody see that? It's nice and smooth. You don't want any harsh lines when you're putting on your eyeshadow, okay? It's all about your blending. All right, so let's do the other side here. And I say that with love and compassion and from experience, because as I was looking back, like I told you, my other pictures, honey child, I had so many lines. I was not blending whatsoever. So you definitely want to make sure that you are blending. All right. All right. So, oh, hey, Aunt Debbie. Yes, that is the answer to our question. Yes, it's candy canes, candy corn, syrup, and candy. I think Elf is probably one of my favorites. It's not my top, but it is definitely one of my Christmas favorites. So, uh, definitely love that. Awesome. All right. So, there is that question. All right. So we've done about 3 colors shadows. Um, and we're going to go one more for the soft look. Um, and then we'll be done. Well, we'll do 2 more, but we're close to being done. So you can kind of see that ombre look. Like I said, we started with that yellow, you got a little orange. Now we had that brownie orange kind of color. Um, so it's looking really nice. All right. It's nice and smooth. All right. So we got all 3 brushes to our side. Next, we're going to, like I said, go into a darker color. And with that, I want to do a smaller brush that looks like this. Can you see that? There we go. Looks like that. This one also came from Beauty Shop. Excuse me. And I'm going to switch palettes. Sorry, that last palette that we used, that Agent color, was in my Jaclyn Hill palette, like this. We're going to go into the natural Jaclyn Hill palette, like so. And we're going to use this color right here. It's called Booked. There we go. We're going to use that one. All right. So now it's not as light as you think it is. This is a pretty dark brown. So that's why we want a smaller brush so we can control it. You know, some of those darker colors you don't want to over exude unless you're going to do like a smoky eye. That's a whole nother tea time. Okay. So let's dip into our book color like that. And we're going to go into the corner of our eye. So below, as you can see, where my eye folds up right there, we're going to go below that and start working this color in. All right. We're not going to go windshield wipe on this one. We're just going to go in circular motion kind of in this corner area. Okay. So as you can see, you can start maybe with tapping. That might help you first, and then work the circular motion. That works. But you definitely want to get up and work with that. Do the circular motion era technique. Excuse me. So you can kind of see that. See how that all is working. Now you can stop where we left off with that Agent if you want to kind of want that light soft look. But I think this isn't too bad to add to your soft look for the day. Do you apply that over the hood on your eye? No. Like I said, the darker one that we just took, you want underneath. So where, okay, you see where my lid folds right there, kind of. You're gonna put it right here in that corner. Just tap it right there in that corner into like the middle of your eye. Tap it and then just work it in circular motion. Okay, that's kind of where you want to put it. All right. So gonna work it a little bit more. Like I said, you want to keep those other brushes next to you so that if anything gets overpowered, you can always tap back in with those. All right. Now, if you wanted to do a halo look, we would put this darker color also in this corner. We're not going to do that tonight. We're going to keep it simple. So, but that is the halo look. So you would put a little dark here, and then, like I said, our last color that we're going to do is kind of like a highlight, is what I call it, would go in the middle. That's why they call it the halo look. But we're just going to do a normal soft look, like I said. So just going to work this just like that. Oh, goodness. We are at almost time tonight, guys. Okay, so we got to hurry. All right. So there's that. I'm going to do it on the other end here. You can tap or you can work it in circular motion, however you choose. All right. All right. There we go. All right. Can you see that? Okay. Yes. All right. There we have it. All right. So I got to start rushing now because we're at 50 minutes already. Dang, tea time is pushing tonight. All right. So we have our colors. Like I said, this is kind of like that natural soft ombre look. Once again, you could have stopped at that agent color if you just wanted that really light look, but this kind of just gives you a little bit more, I don't know, pop to yourself, but not too much, right? All right, so now we're going to complete it by just highlighting the corners with brush. You can use a brush that looks like this, and this brush is actually an elf brush. It's this one is not bad. It is an eyeshadow brush that's shaped like this, or one of my favorites that I use. It kind of looks like this. There we go. Kind of a little bit smaller. All right. You could use either one. I'm actually going to go ahead and use that elf brush just to show you. We're going to go back into my California palette. And you can kind of see that gold shimmery look color up there. There we go. And that is one of my go-to colors. We're going to do that highlight in that. You can choose whatever color you want for your highlight that is light. You can do like a champagne. You can do even white if you want. If you wanted to give it more of a matte look, I would do like that light powdery tan or cream kind of color in the middle. Something that kind of looks like that, or this. If, like I said, if you wanted that matte look, but I like a little shimmer. So we're gonna just put that in the corners like this and bring it to about the middle of the eye, like right here. All right. And what is everybody's favorite Christmas movie? Does everybody? I mean, I love Christmas. What is your favorite Christmas movie? Everybody have one? All right. So, you see how nice and soft that is? All right. So, I'm going to do the other side. The Christmas Story. Is it sad to say I don't think I've ever seen that movie? Home Alone, yes. Home Alones are the best. Which Home Alone, Aunt Debbie, is your favorite? Is it the whole series or is it just a particular one? I think the two, Home Alone 2 is probably one of mine, of course. I gotta watch it. Okay, that's gonna be my go-to here this week. After tomorrow, I have a couple meetings. I am definitely getting into Christmas mode. All of them? Oh, you can't choose one? I totally get it. I totally get it. All right, so as you can see, I have that shimmer, that light color in the middle. I mean, on the inside, that kind of ombres out to our other colors. If you feel like you just need to brush it up, I'm using that darker one and kind of just kind of blended it in with it. You can also go back in with the other ones. and hitting it up like that if you feel so. But I'm happy with it. What do y'all think? So we just finished our eyes. Now the rest of this process is going to be pretty simple. Literally probably give us another 10 minutes and we're going to have a beat face, all right? I know it's I know I never want to confess it, but I just did. I know. I need to definitely watch that one. And I don't think I've ever seen Miracle on 34th Street. That was another one that I don't think I've seen, but we're gonna do something this year. We're gonna do that. We're gonna watch those. All right. So all right, we got our eyes done. Now, me personally, I don't like to put the liner on yet because we're going to use setting spray and so forth. So you definitely want to make sure you hold off on that because sometimes those setting sprays can make your mascara and your liners run. Okay, so there we have it. All right, so next, before we put our foundation on, we want to put our primer. Now, your girl messed up. I got nervous, got excited. We should have did this before we even did our eyebrows, but it's not too late. So I'm going to use, it's called Milk um, Makeup Primer. It comes in, it looks like this. It's called Milk. There we go. You can see it. It actually helps if you have like really oily, shiny skin and you kind of want like, I don't want to say dull, but like a matte kind of look or just like a not so shiny. This is a good primer. Otherwise, my Too Faced is my other go-to. I just spray that on and it works amazing. And it's a two-in-one type of thing. It's a setting spray and a primer. So, you know, I'm always here for two-in-one things. But all right, let's go ahead and put our primer on. Anybody else got a Christmas movie? Now, okay, don't judge me, but my ultimate Christmas movie that I love the most is it's called The Nativity Scene. um, it has like the real authentic like story of Jesus with the real people, like not the one made back in like the 1980s, but like I think it was early 2000s they created it. And I don't know, it's amazing to me. That's my favorite Christmas movie. So, all right, so we got our primer on. Um, Next, we are going to put our foundation on. So, um, once again, like I said, I use, let's see, there's my camera. There we go. I used Born This Way by Too Faced. It's a 24-hour matte foundation. And I am using the color Praline. Child, I've been using the wrong color for the last couple of months. Forgot, your skin lightens up after summer's gone. So you want to like I said, I like to put my product on the back of my hand just to kind of warm it up a little bit. And I put my foundation on with a brush. You can use this. You can use a beauty blender or a brush. Now, if you use a beauty blender, I recommend that you use it kind of wet. But beauty blenders, to me, I think they waste your product. They like soak so much of it in, and you have to use a whole lot. And I don't got time for that. So I'm going to use my brush and put my makeup on. All right. So, um, we are going to go ahead and get our foundation on. Hey, Cece, how are you? All right. So, whatever foundation, like I said, you choose to use, go for it. Um, I, like I said, particularly love this one. I have oily skin, so I like to use more of the matte type of products because it kind of keeps that under control. Now, I do hit my underneath my chin a little bit on my neck. Um, However, you choose, go for it. If you want to even go further, go for it. But this is as far as I'm going. All right. All right. So, got our foundation on. It is time for my favorite part, the contour look. All right. We are going to start with our bronzer stick, which is going to give us that darker look to um, our beat face. um, that kind of highlights our darker areas, right? And this is another hack that I did because everybody's face shape is different. Um, Sometimes you don't want to highlight in the same areas like because my face is more of a oval round, or not round, but more oval and long. Some people may have, as I've researched, there's heart shaped faces. There are obviously circle or round faces. Just all depends what your face shape is how you want to contour and hit your dark areas. So my dark areas are this area right here, my chin right here, obviously right here along my chin line, my forehead, and then we'll do the nose. All right. Um, so most um, bronzer like contouring highlights that you do, you're of course going to do somewhere in your cheek bone area in your forehead. Now it just all depends. I kind of have a longer chin, so you may not have to highlight it like I do. Um, you can do a little bit of the chin line. Some of us don't have to do the whole chin line. Like I said, it's just really up to you what you want to highlight. And you can kind of tell that, like if you ever put when you have your makeup off and you put the light on your face and you can kind of see what kind of shadows you have, you can kind of tell. So once again, I'm using a stick. A stick is amazing, okay? For especially beginners, you want to use a stick, okay? um, I'm using this stick by Milk Again. That's another product that the makeup artist I follow, she recommends. So, and honestly, tonight is my first time using this. So we're going to try something new tonight. Otherwise, I was using Morphe, um, and it was in a like tube form, and I was using it with my brush. I was applying it with a brush. Or I also have another one, if you don't like this product, is I don't have it near me, is Fendi by Rihanna. Um, those bronzer sticks are amazing. So I definitely recommend that. All right, so let's get to highlighting. All right, so we're gonna just hit that area. Now you don't want to put a whole lot because you're gonna spread it out and it, like I said, it's dark. So you want when you do the cheekbone, you don't want to go here. I don't mean to flick nobody off, but you don't want to go here in the middle. You want to go like a little below your cheekbone. All right, because when we spread it out, it will hit that area. All right, so we're gonna go here like that. Just like that. All right. Hit there. I'm not going to do the whole line there tonight. there, there, and a little bit there. All right, so you can kind of see my lines. All right, so what I'm gonna do now, it's up to you. You can use, once again, you can use a beauty blender or you can use a brush. And I'm gonna use a brush tonight. So we're just gonna tap that out. And you see that? Just tap, tap, tap that out, brush that out like that. All right. And you want to brush this back because you want it to give, like I said, that shadow look. So now, if you don't get everything blended the way you want to, because we're going to come in with our concealer, um, when we do our finished touches, I have a technique and it will all blend. What's up, Miss Topaz? Hello, hello. All right, so we are tapping this out as well. You can even bring it up here if you want. Like I said, it's really up to you what you want to do. All right, so almost blended out. Now on my nose, I have a smaller brush that I like to use just to get that more definition. So this kind of is what we'll use for the nose area. Okay, just to let you know, you see me switch up. And even on the chin line, you want to bring it down. You don't want to pull it up. You want to bring it down. So there. You can kind of already see what's going on there. So, all right. Like I said, you don't have to get everything perfected right now. We will do that later when we do our final touches. All right. But you can kind of already see. Okay. You can kind of see what that looks like. Okay. Yes. All right. So we're going to switch that up. Hey Chris. Yes, I know. It's a whole language, isn't it? It's a whole language, but if you don't get anything, just know you need to blend. All right. Make sure you blend it out and just kind of tap. That out like that. Oh, you know what, you guys? I really like this bronzer. Like I said, tonight, I know it probably wasn't the best thing to try for the first time, but it actually worked out a little bit. I think I like it. I think I like it. All right. So we got most of our bronzer highlight done. So now we're going to go back in with our concealer. All right, so this time I'm not putting it on my hand. I'm going to actually, this one comes with a brush. You kind of want to find a concealer that has like a brush to this. If not, you can still use that concealer brush that we used earlier, but you don't need a whole lot of this either. The importance is that you want this, once again, to be at least a shade lighter of than your foundation. No lighter than 2 shades lighter of your foundation. All right. So we're going to go right here in our corner and kind of make a triangle. You see that? And then we're going to just hit the tip right here. All right. Hit the tip on this side and then hit the corner. Now, don't worry about that other space that we did not fill. And then we'll make a line here. And then if you want, you can highlight here. I'm going to do that. All right. Because that's what I do. Once again, same product by Too Faced, Born This Way concealer. I use Sand is my lighter color. All right. Okay, now this is where it all makes it work. Once again, it's the blending, and this brush is it's a lifesaver. Okay, it is called a beauty setting brush. It looks like this. And you want now, like I said, you can go to the beauty shop and buy her brushes. Like I said, this is hers. But if you don't want to buy her brushes or you're just trying to find one, you want to, like I said, kind of make it look like this. It almost looks like a concealer brush, like I bought, or a highlighting brush. But these highlighting brushes are a little bit thicker. You don't want it to be that thick. You kind of want a little control to it. So what we're going to do is we're just going to tap this out and bring it down. All right. So we're going to just tap away like this. Just move back and forth and just bring it down. All right. You see that? Now I know we kind of look raccoonish, but it's going to work out. I promise. Um, just want to get that all blended and tapped out. Now I personally like using more liquid makeup products. It's easier to control. Now, if you like more of the powder, um, I definitely um, think this technique will still work along with those. All right, so we're going to go to the other side and tap this out as well. All right, so I think that was all of my movie trivia. Let's go into some Christmas songs. See if you all know these songs by just a couple of the lyrics. All right. See if you know that one. All right. Almost done blending that. Okay. Yes. Now, I didn't put anything here yet because we're going to get into that and I'm going to put something else there. Um, all right. So you kind of already see that nice highlight. It's working for us. Yes, yes, you see it? All right, so we're not done. Next, we're almost there, but next we're going to use a baking powder. And after this is where we will blend everything and it will look nice and smooth like you are a supermodel. All right. Um, but baking powder. So when I don't know if you've ever heard makeup artists say that, like we're gonna bake. They're not talking about food. They're actually talking about using a setting powder. And these setting powders actually come in kind of like your concealer colors, like you a lighter color. So you kind of want to make sure you use something that is close to your concealer. This color, like I said, I'm using Morphe in my setting powder, and it's banana. It kind of looks like this. I don't know if you'll see the color of it too well, but it kind of has like a, I don't want to say a yellow tint, but it's like banana, like, I don't know. But I'm going to put some in the lid like this. And I like to use a beauty blender that looks like this. It kind of has like a cut edge to it like that. What we're going to do is you want a lot of product on it. You do. You kind of want it to look like this. And you're going to just tap along the side like this. See that? And you're going to leave it like that. That's what baking is. All right. Letting it sit and bake. All right. So we're going to do that on the other side as well. I should have bought more of this, actually. Girls running out. All right. So you're just going to tap that like that. And this just kind of brings more of a softer look on top of that concealer, so it's not so bright. All right, up there. Perfect. All right. So then we're going to do this underneath where we put our darker highlight. We're just going to go like this. See that? All right. There. And then we're going to do this way, like that. See that? All right. We're going to just do a little bit more here. And then this is where, like I said, we're going to add that highlight here. It's not so aggressive. Just put it right there. All right. See that? All right. So as we sit here and we bake, we are going to take a bronzer powder. And this brush is really what's going to make a difference. All right. So your bronzer brush, um, it's got to look like this. All right. It kind of has a slant, but it's fluffy. Okay. So I'm using, now I know I don't like their products as far as foundation and concealers, but this bronzer has been amazing to me, by Maybelline. It's called City Bronzer, as you can see. I've dropped it a couple times and I barely have any, but we're going to make it work. We got a little bit in there. That was another thing I forgot to buy today. Got to go back to the store. All right. So like I said, while we're allowing that other part to bake, you just want to hit the corner, or not the corner, but the edge of where we used our darker highlight. All right, so we're going to just hit it like this and go like this on this side, and the top of the forehead going back like that. See that? Yes, Aunt Debbie, that is the answer. You are the only one that answered that question. Yes, awesome. All right, so then we'll hit that with this and lightly hit the bottom of our chin is like that. And then we want to go back in. What did I do with it? Oh, here it is. With our nose brush and just kind of tap to those areas a little bit like that. You see that? Look at that. Look at that. Yes. All right. So we have completed that. So now we're done baking. And here's where it all comes together. All right. We are going to take this brush. It's called the Beauty Brush, like this. It looks like this. It's kind of flat edged, but still has that slant to it. This is the brush that I use to bring it all together. That makes it look smooth and amazing. All right. So you want to definitely make sure you get a brush like this. If you don't, once again, order from the beauty shop. All right. Here is the next question for our Christmas trivia. But all right, so here we go. We're just going to go ahead and blend that out like this. And we're going to blend everything. So once again, you don't want any harsh lines. You want to get everything nice and smooth. You see that? Look at that. All right. Just go ahead and blend those out like such. Then once again, make sure there is no harsh lines anywhere. Okay. All right. You see that? Look at that. And as you move your face, you can, the light hits those areas. Honey, can't nobody tell you nothing, right? Yes. I'm definitely in my element, friend. You definitely know this. All right. So, um, we got it all blended. As you can see, once again, I've never used a beauty blender, but it could possibly work for you as well. Go for it. All right. Um, but it looks like we are pretty good. Now let's just put our finishing touches on. All right. So let's get our, what did I do with, oh, here we go. I have Ulta's blush and highlight in one. So this is what I'm working with. I'm going to start with the highlight. So I don't know if you've ever seen those looks that kind of have like that little shimmer to it. That's what this highlight does. It's not necessary, but we're going to do it because we're feeling shimmery tonight. All right. Definitely play around in the makeup. Listen, when I'm bored, which is rarely, but when I do have time, I definitely play around in it. All right. So we're going to use, like I said, that shimmery gold color, and we're just going to hit our cheek at the top of our cheekbone, just like that in that area. And you see that? You see that shimmer? There we go. And then we're going to hit this side like that. And this is just a regular, like, blush brush that I use. Um, I like it. It works for me. And then I'm going to just hit that nose like that. I mean, it kind of was already shimmering, but we're just going to make it shimmer. All right. And then if you want, you can do it up here on the forehead. And there you have it. All right. Next, we are going to put our blush on. Now, a lot of times you see women wear it like all right here. When you have a beautiful beat face as such, you don't want to overpower it with blush. Okay. So you just want to hit like right in here with your blush just to give yourself a little color. You see that? Now, if you feel like you want to put a little bit more, go for it. But like I said, you don't really need a whole lot and you don't want it to take away from your beautiful beat face that you work so hard to have, right? So we're going to do that on the other side. And voila, we're finished. Now we just have to put our liners on, our mascara, and then what color of lip do you guys want to do tonight? I have a pink, I have just neutral. We can do a neutral. We'll do a neutral. But let me put my liners on. Your liner is your business, child. Um, do what makes you happy. I just recently got into lining my eyes underneath, and it has changed my whole life. Like I said, I have like that slanted look or like Asian looking eyes, so I need something to help them pop a little bit. So I'm going to line them underneath like this. And I kind of got messed up there, but hey, he'll be all right. There we have it. So you got your liner underneath. Now you can do, I have two different types of liner for the top. If you're a beginner to liner, I recommend pens like this, okay? If you know how to work it and you want to do like a wing eye or a wing on your liner, then I recommend getting something like this, all right? Um, Am I good at a wing? And we're definitely not doing that tonight because the answer is no. um, I've tried a couple techniques to try to get that wing. Um, the one that works for me when I do it is um, have you ever seen those little dental floss things? If you use the end, it kind of has like a slant and you put it to your eye and you line it with that, it will give you a wing every time. All right. But like I said, your girl's not doing a wing tonight. So we're just going to keep it simple. Like I said, we're going to kind of keep it a natural, soft look. I am going to use my mirror for this one because I need to get up close. So I'm going to just go along this way. Like that. All right. And there you have it. You see, the liner just makes a world of difference. All right, then you just put your mascara on. I have, once again, from Ulta Beauty. It's waterproof, it has a little volume to it to kind of give it a more look. I was going to do lashes, but we've been on here for a little bit, so I don't want to hold you guys too long. But if you are new to lashes, I do not recommend doing anything with glue. um, and that's from my own personal experience. I prefer to use those lashes that are magnetic, that you put the liner on, the liquid liner on, and then they just stick to the liner. Works for me every time, and I've never lost a lash. So, those are the lashes that I use when I do my lashes. But that is pretty much our face. Now, I did say, we want to set it before we put the liners on. I forgot, but we can set it now. So what I have is two different types of setting spray. The purpose of setting spray is to, like I said, keep everything intact. So if you sweat or anything like that, it's not going to just like go running crazy, but you'll still kind of have somewhat of a beat face. And it's definitely good and recommended to do so in the summer. Like I said, I have my Too Faced. This is just a simple setting spray, but you can find some setting sprays that kind of have like a shimmer to it that will kind of give you that glossy, shimmery look. And that's what we're going to do tonight because it's Christmas. Duh. All right. So this one, once again, is by The Beauty Shop. As you can see, I've been using it. And it is in the champagne color. All right. So what you do with this is that you just close your eyes, spray it a couple times, and this is the fan I got. Find you a church fan and fan yourself until you feel it dry. All right. Um. Oh, let's fit myself. All right. All right. So yes, it is this. Yes, it is this Christmas. Sorry, I forgot I had that question up there. Yes, but that is correct. Um, all right, let's see if y'all know this one. All right, while I finish with our lips. So, I'm gonna do my favorite go-to kind of every day. I don't know if is this old school, is it like outdated to line your lips, but it's one of my things I like to do is I use lip liner. It is in the color of cola. So it's kind of a brown color. Um, And I'll just go ahead and line. This will give you kind of like that ombre kind of look for your lips as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and line those. Now they're getting carried away these days and like doing extra going above. Now, if you want to do that, by all means go for it. Okay. But I'm gonna keep it neutral, keep it natural, and just line where I know my lines are. All right, so that is my line there. And you can use um, any kind of neutral gloss you want. I kind of have like this pink nude or this brownish color nude color here. And I'm going to just do that. That. And then I'm going to just tap the inside. Like that. And we did it, y'all. I'm finally camera ready. So that is my makeup tutorial tonight. I hope you all got some tips, enjoyed it. We finally did it on Tea Time with Liz. Thank you all so much for your love, support of hanging out with me here on Tea Time this season. I hope you have enjoyed it as much as I did. Thank you for playing along with our trivia tonight. I apologize, I was not paying attention to that as much as I was trying to help you with your makeup tips, but definitely feel free to reach out to me anytime, even during the break of Tea Time with Liz, and let me know your thoughts about Tea Time with Liz, what you want to see more, which you thought was great. Like I said, if you know anybody who could be a future guest next season, we are going to be having the theme called Tell Your Story. So if you know anybody who is wanting to tell their story, if you want to tell your story, hit me up at teatimewithliz08@gmail.com and let me know that you want to be a future guest. Make sure you put future guests in the subject line so I know that is what you are emailing for. Otherwise, if you would like to join me on this Tea Time with Liz journey and help a sister out and gain some experience, definitely hit me up and let me know that you would like to join the team. Make sure you put that in the subject line, join the Tea Time team at the same email at teatimewithliz08. Or excuse me, teatimewithliz08@gmail.com. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for rocking with me. This is probably the longest tea time I have ever done, but it's been good. It's been fun. It's been great. I hope you have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Once again, make sure that you love yourself, you take care of yourself, you find your self worth, and do not let anybody uh, down you on what you are worth. All right. So I love you all, and we will see you next year. Bye bye.